Look at me while you die, Batman. Look at me. None of them understands you like I do. I told you I knew everything about you, didn't I? Don't worry, Bruce. I kept some secrets to myself.
Contact with Visegrad Relay was lost last night. All signals flatlined at 2600 hours. I responded with trooper fire teams, which have since been declared MIA.
And now you're sending us.
The Office of Naval Intelligence believes deployment of a Spartan team is a gross misallocation of valuable resources. I disagree.
Commander.
So that's our new number 6.
Cat, you read his file?
Only the parts that weren't covered in black ink.
Anyone claim responsibility, sir?
Oni thinks it might be the local insurrection. 5 months ago, they pulled a similar job on Harmony. Hit a relay to take out our eyes and ears, then stole 2 freighters from dry dock. That cannot happen here. Reach is too damn important. I want that relay back online, Noble One.
Sir, consider it done.
Then I'll see you on the other side. Holland out.
Lieutenant.
Commander, sir.
I'm Carter, Noble Team's leader. That's Cat, Noble 2, Emil and George 4 and 5. You're riding with me, Noble 6. Not gonna lie to you, Lieutenant. You're stepping into some shoes the rest of the squad would rather leave unfilled. Me, I'm just happy to have Noble back up to full strength. Just one thing, I've seen your file, even the parts the Oni sensors didn't want me to. I'm glad to have your skill set. But we're a team. That lone wolf stuff stays behind. Clear?
Got it, sir. Welcome to Reach.
So, moving on to the Spartans, Noble 1, Carter A259. Born on the planet Biko in 2520, Carter was orphaned as a young 6-year-old when the planet was attacked by the Covenant and then subsequently glassed. Before being classified as a refugee, Oni were alerted to his biometrics and psychological screening, deeming him to be a perfect fit for the upcoming Spartan 3 program, and he was subsequently admitted into the program. During his training as a part of Alpha Company on Onyx, his unique leadership abilities were exposed, and Kurt and Mendez deemed him to be way too valuable to be sent on the usual Spartan suicide missions and never return. With this in mind, he was instantly put in command of a specialized fire team, comprised of Spartans from Alpha Company after his graduation in 2536. This team was later transferred under the Unified Ground Command's control so they could support the army forces. And then, sometime later, Carter was transferred to Noble Team as its leader, and acted so until its demise in 2552. Noble 2, Cat B320. Cat was born on New Harmony in 2530 in a military family. Her father was later killed in action on Harvest, and her mother died of cancer, so she was raised by her grandmother, who was actually a retired army general. Sadly, though, her grandmother was later killed when the Covenant attacked New Harmony, and Oni jumped at the opportunity, seizing Cat and inducting her into Beta Company. Like the rest of Noble, she was highlighted for her unique skills, specifically in technology, and was marked for special assignments once her Spartan augmentations were complete, and was later removed from Beta Company by Kurt and Mendez, before being assigned to Noble Team when it was formed. As a part of Noble, she was responsible for planning the Battle of Fumarole, where her plans were to deliver a Havoc tactical nuke to the CCS cruiser stationed above the planet's capital. The mission was successful, like we said earlier, but at the cost of Cat's right arm and the then Noble 6, something that her and Carter took deep personal responsibility for. Noble 3, June A266. June 2 was born on New Harmony in 2524, and like the others was orphaned very young. When he was 7, Colonel James Ackerson had him conscripted into the Spartan 3 program, and June was taken to the Forerunner shield world of Onyx where he trained with Kurt and Mendez as part of Alpha Company. It was here that his unique sniping and scouting abilities were uncovered. In 2536, June underwent his Spartan augmentations, which didn't all go as planned. He was almost crippled entirely due to complications with them, but luckily went on to later recover and graduate his Spartan training perfectly fine. Following the graduation, June was under the authority of the UNSC Special Weapons within the Special Forces, where he proved to be a truly standout Spartan 3 within Alpha Company, and like the rest of Noble, he was picked out by Mendez and Kurt because of this. His skills with a sniper rifle led him to becoming a Spartan headhunter, working directly under Oni's orders. We really don't know much about his time with the headhunters, but what we do know is that he mostly spent time assassinating insurrectionist leaders who dared to break the ceasefire that they had with the UNSC. And then, after ultimately becoming a warrant officer, June was transferred to Noble Team, acting as Noble 3 and the team's designated scout sniper, per Carter's request. Noble 4, Emil A239. In 2523, Emil was born on Eridanus 2, actually the same planet that Chief was born on, and was orphaned very young when his parents were killed by insurrectionists. He was then raised by his brother until the planet was then glassed in 2530, where he sacrificed himself to save Emil, an event that scarred him for life and played a very large role in defining that aggressive, sadistic persona. Now an orphan again, he was conscripted into the Spartan 3 program and joined Alpha Company, and it was here where his sadistic tendencies were revealed. His love of killing the Covenant seemed to fill a hole in him left by his family, and it caused him to excel in his training, and when he graduated, he was removed from Alpha by Kurt and Mendez, to be used for special missions requiring highly skilled operatives. These missions were highly classified and we know next to nothing about them, but we do know that later he then joined Noble Team, acting as Noble 4. Noble 5, George 052. George was born in 2511 on Reach and was abducted at 6 years old to become a Spartan 2. As with all the other Spartan 2s, he was trained on Reach by Franklin Mendez and the dumb AI, Deja. Now by dumb AI, that's by no means an insult, that's sort of the official term for that classification of AI. After undergoing his augmentations and officially becoming a Spartan 2, he was transferred from the Navy Special Weapons Branch, which was where most Spartan 2s were, to the Special Warfare Group and then assigned to Noble Team, serving as Noble 5. We don't know exactly why George was transferred to a Spartan 3 fire team, but some speculate that Dr. Halsey previously lied when she stated that 3 Spartan 2s had been killed and 1 heavily wounded in battle as a way to sort of hide George's reassignment. Now, I'm not particularly sure why she'd need to hide it. Maybe it was politics, maybe it was to break the rules of the UNSC. I'm not particularly sure, and I don't think anybody is, but it's all we know for now. Spartan B312, a hyper-lethal elite Spartan with a history covered in only black tape. B312 showed extreme promise from an early age and was picked out of Beta Company by Kurt and Mendez, before becoming a Black Ops assassin under the orders of only themselves. He garnered a reputation for being a lone wolf assassin, responsible for making entire terrorist and rebel organizations single-handedly disappear. Due to his involvement with the highly classified Sabre program, Colonel Holland approved him as a replacement for Tom, and he later joined Noble Team as Noble 6, despite his previous superior being reluctant to let him go, calling him his own private Grim Reaper. So that's all we know about Noble 6, and that's also all we know for now about Noble Team.